Good evening, it is Friday night. Welcome to the evening news here on ABS Antigua's News Authority. I am Terry Andrew.
And I'm Alejandra Robinson. Thank you so much for joining us. Now we begin with news this evening that the head of the Caribbean Development Bank has praised Antigua and Barbuda's tourism growth. Dr. Warren Smith says there is much about this country's product that other countries can learn from.
Well, he spoke with ABS's Nicola Barreto at the bank's headquarters in Barbados yesterday, following the annual press briefing. Makeda Antonio has our report.
In 2018, our country received tourist arrivals in all sectors totaling about 1.1 million. 1.1 million. Mr. Speaker, in our entire history, that is the highest number of visitors we have ever received in a fiscal year.
Prime Minister Brown extolling the achievements of the country's tourism sector in 2018. Equally bullish was Caribbean Development Bank President Dr. Warren Smith. He tells ABS News Antigua and Barbuda's tourism product is a leading one in the region. With tremendous economic growth in 2018, he says other countries can follow suit.
So even a small country like Antigua and Barbuda, which has a phenomenal tourist industry,
yes,
million visitors this year.
Right. That's right.
The diversification, I think that they have done very well in that regard, and they need to continue to do even better. And that message is relevant for all of our countries.
He says further diversifying tourism source markets will further help the development of the tourism sector in respective Caribbean countries.
We're also at risk because of the types of, or the openness of our economies and how heavy dependence on tourism and what have you. That's not going to change. But what I think we need to do is what every good business person does, diversify.
The CDB president then turned his attention to the economic picture across the region, specifically its borrowing member countries, or BMCs.
Now we have to deal with risk and uncertainty as small nations, and what we therefore have to be is nimble, and we need to put ourselves in a position where we can limit the damage, any damage that might fall out from these external events.
The CDB projects a positive economic outlook for the region in 2019, with output expected to increase by 2%. Antigua and Barbuda is expecting a much better performance, with Prime Minister Brown setting his sights on real GDP growth of 6%. Makeda Antonio for ABS News.